Did you know that the gold in your jewelry literally came from space? Yes, you heard right. Every gram of gold on Earth has an epic story that began billions of years ago in the violent deaths of giant stars. Today, I'm going to tell you about gold's incredible journey, from the most powerful explosions in the universe to how it ends up in your hands. Get ready, because what you're about to discover will blow your mind. The gold we know today began its history in the hearts of massive stars that existed long before our solar system was even a concept. When these giant stars exhausted their nuclear fuel, they collapsed in on themselves and exploded in catastrophic events called supernovae. Imagine an explosion so powerful it can be seen from millions of light years away. In those moments of extreme cosmic violence, temperatures and pressures were so intense that atomic nuclei fused to create heavy elements like gold. But the story doesn't end there. Gold was also formed in another, even more spectacular event: collisions between neutron stars. These objects are so dense that a teaspoon of their material would weigh as much as a mountain. When two of these stars collide, they release more energy in a few seconds than our sun produces in its entire lifetime. And in the process, they create waves of precious elements, including enormous amounts of gold. All this newly formed gold didn't just float in space forever. The shock waves from these stellar explosions sent these heavy elements flying throughout the galaxy as a cosmic shower of precious metals. For millions of years, this material traveled through the universe until it finally reached the cloud of gas and dust that would eventually become our solar system. When Earth was forming approximately 4.5 billion years ago, all this gold from space was incorporated into the molten mass of our planet. Initially, most of the gold sank toward the Earth's core due to its high density, but enough remains trapped in the Earth's crust that we can find and mine it today. Over the centuries, our planet's geological processes worked as natural architects, concentrating gold in specific locations. Tectonic movements, volcanic activity, and hot groundwater flows acted as transport and concentration systems. Gold dissolved in hot springs and then deposited in cracks and fissures in the rock when these waters cooled, forming the famous golden veins that miners search for to this day. Erosion also played a crucial role. Over millions of years, wind, rain, and rivers wore away the mountains that contain these gold veins. The gold particles, being very heavy, accumulated in riverbeds and sedimentary deposits, creating what we know as alluvial deposits. These are the famous gold placers, where 19th century gold seekers panned for their fortunes. Now that we know where gold comes from, let's talk about how we extract it from the earth. The modern gold mining process is a complex operation that combines science, technology, and a great deal of precision. It all begins with exploration and prospecting. Geologists study maps, analyze rock formations, and conduct test drilling to identify promising areas. They use advanced technologies such as specialized metal detectors, soil chemical analysis, and even satellite imagery to locate the richest deposits. Once the gold is located, the most dramatic part comes: extraction. Teams drill strategic holes in the rock and fill them with explosives. These controlled blasts fragment tons of rock into manageable pieces, releasing the gold that has been trapped in the rock for millions of years. But gold isn't just sitting there waiting to be collected. It's microscopically distributed throughout the rock, so the next step is crushing and grinding. Giant industrial machines turn those rock fragments into fine powder, literally pulverizing entire mountains to release every precious particle. This is where chemistry comes into play. In the leaching process, chemicals are used to dissolve the gold from the rock dust. Cyanide has traditionally been used, although it is highly toxic, because it is incredibly effective at separating gold from other minerals. Mercury has also been used, especially in smaller operations. But both methods have serious environmental impacts. Therefore, the industry is constantly looking for safer and greener alternatives. The final step is refining and smelting. The dissolved gold is recovered from the chemical solution and purified to the desired quality. It's then melted at temperatures of over 1,000 degrees Celsius and poured into molds to create those gleaming gold ingots we see in movies. And there you have it. Every ring, Every chain, every gold coin in existence has gone through this incredible journey. Born in the violent deaths of stars, intergalactic traveler for millions of years, geological architect of Earth, and finally mined by human engineering. The next time you see a piece of gold jewelry, remember that you're literally looking at stardust, forged in the most powerful events in the universe. If this video blew your mind as much as it did mine when I researched this topic, give it a like and subscribe for more content that will make you see the world in a completely different way. And let me know in the comments, what other element would you like me to investigate? See you in the next video.